When I left, I didn't just leave my home and my belongings, I also left my job. Hi there, it's Enid. So before I get into the rest of the video, I wanted to just share with you a little bit of context surrounding the video that I think brought most of you here. My video where I shared my budget or my current financial situation. So I tried to keep that video very concise and didn't provide a lot of context, and a lot of you seemed to understand where I was coming from, but I didn't explain. When I left, I didn't just leave my home and my belongings, I also left my job and the area that I had lived in for quite some time. I left the state that I had lived in for a long time. It was a big move and a lot of things have gone on over the months. But I am definitely in a really positive place now. I think when you run on adrenaline for a long time and then you're finally settled, your brain needs to do some processing that it wasn't able to do when it was in survival mode. So that's where I am at right now, and looking at my budget and getting a handle on my spending is part of that finally being in a place where I can process things and work out how to move forward. I hope that explains things a little bit, but that said, I'm not being defensive at all, honestly. I know that I'm really inexperienced in this space and I'm still learning. I would say that I've always been frugal in all areas other than food and probably skincare. And I don't think I spend a lot on skincare, just I've been a bit finicky. I have eczema, I have rosacea, I have acne. I have really defective skin. I'm sure there are definitely options, but I wouldn't be able to just buy like a bar of soap, for example. Like I can't use soap on any part of my body, let alone my face. So the struggle with food is that I grew up in housing commission and we did not eat the best of food. When I had children and I got married, we also didn't have very much money. But it's that creep that happens as we got more money. I would channel that money into better food. And honestly, you can spend any amount of money on food. You really can. So, believe it or not, the groceries I was buying in my earlier videos is me actually like rolling back a lot of things. Like I wasn't buying organic produce. There were just a few things that were organic. And I get it, like that's not my current situation. I'm just trying to give you some context of like, that's where I've come from. Like I've been frugal in other areas of life. I've never had my nails done. I do my own hair. We were a 1-car household. When we previously lived in a big city, we didn't have a car at all. But food, I could always spend endless amounts on food. With that out of the way, let's get into this week's video. I drove a little out of my way this week to go to Aldi, and I spent $22.60. For frozen mixed vegetables, it was $2.79 for a kilo. Frozen winter vegetables, $3.69 for a kilo. 500 grams of frozen blueberries for $5.19. I've switched to porridge for my breakfast to replace the toast. So I got 750 grams of rolled oats for $1.49. Got some peanut butter for $3.99. And the bananas were $5.45. That's for 1.36 kilos. They were $3.99 a kilo at Aldi. from the discount grocery store, I got red lentils and green lentils. They were $3.50 a kilo. I went to a discount butcher and bought 1.5 kilos of beef mince. It was $10 a kilo, but you had to buy a minimum of 1.5 kilos. I've just portioned that up into smaller portions. In total, this comes to $44.60. So this week I tried a discount grocery store that sells factory seconds and food that's close to its expiry date. The only thing that was worth buying for me was the lentils. They were definitely cheaper than I can get elsewhere, though I don't think it would be worth driving all the way there just for the lentils. I think I spent more in the petrol, but I was taking a chance. It could have worked out great. I think if you buy more processed food than I do, or if you've got kids that need food for lunch boxes, there are definitely deals to be found there, but I don't buy those things anyway, so if I bought them just because they were a reduced price, I'd still be spending more because I don't buy them now. I'm going to try a few other places like that in the coming weeks, and I'll let you know if I find some good deals. So this is what was left in the pantry before I went grocery shopping. Got garlic, some onion, some chives, 2 mandarin oranges left, some beans, tahini, peanut butter, soy sauce, 2 types of vinegar, some tea, some split peas and beans. Had a little bit of oats left. I've got sultanas and walnuts to put in my oats this week. Got a little bit of coconut sugar left. Have a sweet potato. Show you what I have left in the fridge. So I've got half a cauliflower and quite a bit of this butternut pumpkin. With my groceries now put away, I'm gonna do a little reset in my room. My spare set of sheets. It always looks like it's not going to fit, but it always does. So, very happy with that. My university runs on a trimester system, and the new trimester is about to start. I still have some of last trimester's textbooks and things lurking around my desk area. I need to swap those out for the new trimester's textbooks. Today I'm going to get the pile of donate clothes out of the floor of my wardrobe and into a bag ready to be donated next time I go out. Earlier this year I had to start over with very little. Most of the clothes I own I bought since I left, from op shops and with vouchers. We've just had a change of season and it's starting to warm up, so I'm going to pack away some of my winter clothes for next year. When I first left, basically I just had my phone, my laptop, and my cat. And anything else I was lucky enough to have in the car at the moment that I needed to leave. This is what I've got to pack away. I think I will pack the big winter jacket away separately to the rest. Just going to use the bag that this doona came in. So when I had to leave my home, I was fortunate enough to have some clothes in the car. So I had a few things. However, I didn't have enough, and I also moved from the tropics, where it really didn't get very cold in winter, to somewhere where it gets a little colder. So I didn't have any winter clothes. I've always bought a lot of my clothes from op shops, so it was a little bit of a luxury having vouchers to buy clothes new. All done. So it's the next day, and I'm ready to cook a meal with the groceries that I bought yesterday. Where did I find it? I must admit that this video has taken me a lot longer to edit than previous ones. I think I'm having a little bit of stage fright. I'm very grateful to all my new subscribers, but I have to say it was a little less intimidating making videos when I only had 20 subscribers. I was just doing my thing and nobody was watching, but I'm very grateful to have you. The water in the kettle hasn't been boiled. It's just the easiest way for me to transport water to the stove. Gonna use up some of this pumpkin. This week I've applied for a few internships, paid internships, and a few jobs. So I will keep you posted on any progress with that. But yeah, so that's kind of where I'm at the moment. I definitely could have saved money by getting 2 kilos of the cheaper frozen vegetables, but I just wanted a little bit of variety, and I do love my cauliflower and broccoli. Okay, I have some leftover rice in the fridge, so I'm just going to heat some of that up. It's not falling. It's rice. It's rice. You don't eat rice. Have you been cooking any new recipes lately? Do you switch things out in your wardrobe depending on the season? I'm contemplating taking this little garden bed that is currently full of weeds and some rogue mint that has escaped a previous tenant's pot, and growing maybe some greens and a few things that I can add to my meals. It was so nice to meet all of you this week. I've really appreciated your comments and the time you've taken to share a bit of your story, to offer advice to me and anyone else that might be in a similar situation to me that can read your comment and learn from you too. I've tried to implement some things this week, but it is still a process. I've really enjoyed engaging with you in the comments, so I would welcome any more thoughts, ideas, or comments that you have. All right, thanks so much for watching, and I will see you next week.